All right, so last time we added in this TikTok Studio button. So now today we're going to be working on pretty much setting it up so that we can add the different sections. So like your likes, your TikToks, and your favorites. So to start doing that, let's just start coding. So basically what we want to do is add pretty much the view right here, right? But before we can do that, we need to set it up that we can handle each section. So to do that, we're going to go over to our folder structure here, right? And with the first thing, what we're going to do is right click or double tap, and you're going to hit new file from template. And the first thing we're going to click on is make sure you're on the iOS, click on Swift file, not SwiftUI view, hit next. And we're going to create something called a enum. And this is going to be so that we can handle for different cases. So we're going to call this tab section, right? And then hit create. And now in here, this is how we start creating that enum. If you don't know what the enum is, don't worry. Basically, we want a way how to handle like for each different section. So for your TikToks, for your likes, for your favorites, for your private stuff, we want to handle for that. So we'll say enum tab section, right? And then to represent each section, we have to write something inside the enum called case. So the first case is basically this one. So it's going to be TikToks, because remember that's what the first section is on your TikTok. And then we have another section called like private videos. Yeah. And then we have another one called for like TikToks that you've reposted. So let's just call this repost. And then we have another one for pretty much your bookmarks. So we'll say bookmarks. And then one more here, and this is for your likes. Nice. So now what we're going to do is basically use this enum thing that we are learning now to basically represent each section. Now remember, each section has like a different image on it, right? And we're going to use SF symbols, and remember those are the images that Apple gives us. So it might look a little bit different from what you're seeing exactly in TikTok. So now we're going to link an image to each of these. So we'll say start by saying var, and then we'll say image. We'll call this a new variable var. And we're just going to make it a string. Or better yet, let's call it var image name, right? Instead of just image, let's just say call it image name. And then we'll do string here. And now what we're going to do is something actually like doing in Swift is use a switch statement. And a switch statement means that you can go through each case pretty easy. So we'll